Hi everyone, I am here with a very exciting and anticipated video today because it is the launch of the Rylee Autumn Stamp Collection. So I'm going to show you all of the different stamp options and just kind of walk you through the different bundles that there are. We'll stamp them all out here in one of the journals that is available in my Etsy shop. And yeah, they are officially live and available, so head to the description box to click on my links and go purchase them. So unlike these journals that I sell in my shop, with this stamp collection, I didn't design and launch them on my own. So it's all of my handwriting, but I actually partnered with an awesome company called Contact Crafts to actually produce the stamps. So they're not being sold in my Etsy shop, they're being sold over on Contact Crafts, which is why it would be really helpful if you'd use the links in my description so that I can get a commission for them. This is the stamp collection right here, the Rylee Autumn bundle, and this box contains everything that you would get if you ordered the whole bundle. So I'm going to show it all to you. I'm going to show you kind of how it's separated into different bundles on their site, and then you can choose which one would be a great fit for you. So when you order your stamps, they won't yet be assembled. So you have a couple different options. You can get just the sheets of rubber stamps that you can use on your own acrylic stamp blocks, or you can do what I personally would prefer, and you can actually get these stamp blocks from Contact Crafts that make your stamps stackable. I absolutely love this storage method for stamps because you can easily just look and see which stamp you want, then you can just pull off the stack at that point, stamp it on, and you are good to go. So this personally is my preference, to get it with the stackable stamp blocks, but of course you can choose either way. So when you get your stamps, they aren't going to be assembled. You're going to get it like this. So you can either get just a single sheet of these rubber stamps separately, you can get both sheets together, you can get a single one with the appropriate blocks, or you can get this whole bundle all together, and you do kind of build it yourself. So just like how you would, take rubber stamps and stick them onto an acrylic block, all you have to do is find the matching block here, so Monday, and take that little rubber stamp and stick it onto here. So the two different bundles are, first of all, the full large months of the year. The intention with these was mostly for you to use them for your cover pages. These would be pretty much the perfect size to use in the pre-made undated bullet journals that I launched last year, which are still available in my shop. You can take these, and rather than cutting your months out from the back of the journal, you can simply stamp these onto each monthly title page. These ones over here have the abbreviated months of the year, slightly smaller. This would be ideal for a future log or something like that, where you're trying to fit all of the months of the year written out on one page. Then you've got smaller days of the week stamps for your weekly spreads, and then just some yearly stamps to go along with it. So if you head over to Contact Crafts through the link in my bio, you can see exactly how everything is separated with these two different options, the options of getting your stamp blocks or bundling everything together. So I'm not going to build all of the stamps, put them onto their blocks here on camera for you, because I think that would be just a bit tedious. It's very self-explanatory and doesn't take very long to do. Instead, I'm just going to take the stamps that I have already assembled, and I'm going to stamp all of them out onto these pages so that you can see them. All right, so let's start out with the large months of the year. So this is what you get if you order it with the stamp blocks. Of course, you'll have to build it yourself. You're going to have two towers of stamps, but if you want to, you can always remove the top of this one and the bottom of this one and combine them to be just one tower for really nice, simple and convenient storage on your desk. So again, you just find the month that you want, pull it off at that point, and stamp it onto your page. Literally, this is the most brilliant way to store stamps, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and start stamping. All right, so here is the large months of the year set, and I didn't get enough ink on this one. The first time that you use your stamps, you're gonna wanna really load on the ink because they don't really have, you know, like residual ink left in all the little grooves. But I think they showed up so nice and clear. It seriously looks like you just hand wrote this with like a Tombow Fudenosuke. This one also does have this extra little leafy design because there was extra space on that sheet, so we decided to throw that in as well. Moving over, we're going to use the other sheet now, which has the months of the year in short form, the days of the week, and then just those few yearly stamps. Yikes, okay, I was not paying attention and I stamped December upside down. But as you can see with these ones, there is definitely room to stamp 3 of them in a row. So that's perfect for, yeah, if you're doing a year at a glance spread and you've got 3x4 calendars for the year, or setting up a future log, you've got 3 months on each page, top and bottom. So these are really meant for that kind of thing, but of course you could use them on your title page as well. Now in that same bundle, we have these really small days of the week, which I am so excited to use. All right, so here are all the stamps. I do want to answer a few kind of frequently asked questions that I get when I use stamps. Stuff like this, the lines, that's from the edge of the stamp block, and this is so easily avoidable. If you were actually using these stamps in a spread, you want to make sure it's nice and crisp and neat. All that you need to do is just have a Kleenex or a tissue beside you and just wipe off the edges of the stamp after you've got your ink on, so that you can make sure that there's no extra ink around there, because sometimes when you wiggle your stamp around, it will naturally just touch at different points on the page. And so if you simply wipe that off, that will not be an issue for you. Another question I often get is about my ink pad, and unfortunately I don't really have any great ink pad suggestions. The one that I use is one that I actually got for free with some packaging that I ordered from a company called No Issue. So I don't believe they sell just like plain old ink pads. I think it just comes along with like if you order a custom stamp packaging from them. But yeah, that's another question that I get a lot. Another tip that I want to leave with you is, again, if you're using this in a more polished spread rather than just stamping them all out just roughly like I just did, a tip that I have is if you're trying to line things up and be more precise, you'll want to use just that stamp rather than taking the whole tower, because this way you can see exactly where each letter is going to fall and place it much more precisely, whereas with the stack you won't really be able to have as good of control. So if you're just doing, you know, a quick stamp on your title page or something, I think you can easily achieve that by grabbing the whole stack. But if you want your like days of the week, for example, to be perfectly lined up, you'll want to take off each stamp individually so that you can really see exactly where your letters will be falling. So there you have it. These are the 2 separate sheets that you can get on their own or with their stamp blocks or as a whole entire bundle like this. Again, this is all from Contact Crafts, which I will have linked down below. Let me know which ones you're most excited about, and if you'd like to see more of these in the future. What kinds of words would you like to see? What kinds of fonts? I would love to hear from you guys. And that's my cue.